Volkan, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And you?
I'm doing great. You hear Alistair throwing all that praise your way?
I was listening to it. Yeah, bring me some nice smile on my face.
Yes, he loves you, Alistair. That's great.
It's good to hear. Yeah, I love him too.
By the way, when is the last time you actually trained with Alistair?
Oh, I think that was for his fight against. That was after Roy Nelson, or that was who was in his last fight? Was it Roy Nelson or?
His last fight was Verdum.
Or Cigano. No, I know, but between those two.
Oh, between
Cigano or Roy Nelson, I think. One of this one. Or okay. I think maybe I came one more time there. I was in New Mexico, maybe one more time with him. I'm not sure.
So it's been a couple of years.
No, it was I think last year.
Roy Nelson was in 2015, and then as was JDS, and then he fought Arlovsky and then Stipe. But it's okay.
Arlovsky, sorry. Yeah. Arlovsky. It was Arlovsky.
Okay. So we have a lot to discuss, Volkan, because the last time you were on was after the win over Jimmy Manuwa, and you were calling for Alexander Gustafsson. At the time, John Jones was the champion. DC had just lost. You wanted Gustafsson. But it appears as though Gustafsson has just kind of gone MIA. I've tried to get him on the show, and I hear nothing back. Did you ever hear anything back when you called him out?
Nothing. I mean, the other day after everything, see, a lot of stuff is happening right now. And after DC called me out, I saw live from Gustafsson. I was like, oh, Gustafsson is going live, so maybe he's going to say something finally. And no, that was not even for this. So I don't know what's happening with him, but definitely a lot of things are happening with me, and I can't wait to talk about it.
Okay, so on September 28th, on Thursday, Daniel Cormier tweets you. He says, I asked, and people want to see you and I scrap. So you got it, man. Let me figure out a date now. They chose you, bud. Congrats. So DC did an informal poll, and apparently the people picked you. Were you aware of this?
Of course, I was looking really closely. That was something huge. I mean, I'm really humbled. I feel honored. Cormier is somebody I respect a lot, and the fact that he called me out, made a poll, and also that the fans vote for me. That's something that means even more for me, because if the fans chose me, it means it means a lot for me. So I'm really happy with everything that's happening right now since the beginning of the year, and the year 2017 is a great year for me, but 2018 is going to be even better for sure.
Yeah, this is a dream year for you. So when you got that tweet, then what happens? Like, I mean, it's one thing for him to say it. It's another thing, like the UFC has to actually go ahead and say they want to book you in a title fight. Do you know if they're on board with this?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk soon, but right now we're promoting the fight, trying to promote the fight more. And that fight is going to definitely happen. That's for sure, because I want it 100% and Cormier won it also. So, yeah.
I heard that Gustafsson's a little banged up. Have you heard that as well? That's why he's kind of not in the picture right now?
I didn't even know this.
You didn't know? Okay.
So what does he have?
I don't know. I just heard that he's dealing with an injury, and that's why he's been quiet as of late, and his timetable is to be determined, and that could help you get in there.
Makes sense. Yeah. I mean, my path has been I've been blessed, because I was even growing without fighting. I was climbing ranks, and then John Jones got pulled out. I was number 2. That's crazy. I think I was really blessed this year.
What was your reaction when you found out about John Jones?
That was it's a very, very delicate situation. I was shocked. And I didn't know what to think about it first, because also since he really won that fight in a really impressive fashion, that was a good performance from him. So just made the 205 division was on shock. Everything is different now, and they had to choose a new champion. So I didn't know if the belt was going back to DC or if they're gonna make the belt available, and somebody has to fight for it. So after John Jones, popping out, I didn't know what to expect, because first of all, I wanna hear something from him. I don't want to judge first or say too much stuff, because he didn't really explain anything yet, and the judgments didn't really. There was no judgment yet, so yeah, I don't know.
Are you the kind of person? Are you the kind of fighter who feels like you'll only truly be light heavyweight champion if you beat him? In other words, do you hope that he comes back sooner rather than later so that you could beat the king of the light heavyweights, or do you feel like because of this issue, if he's disqualified, he's disqualified, DC's the champion, and that's the belt?
No. He's gonna come back. I know for sure he's gonna come back. He's gonna be, worst case, he's gonna be 34 years old, and he's gonna be still in his prime, I guess. So if you keep all this training for him to improve, he's just going to be a beast. No pressure, no need to fight. Just time to improve. So he can come back and be even more beastie. That's not a problem for him. So I know I'm going to be waiting for him also, and I'll be waiting for him with the belt around my waist.
Daniel Cormier said recently that he has a hard time coming to terms with the idea that he's champion. Of course, he was just knocked out, and then he's given the belt back, and the fight is turned into a no contest. The result is turned into a no contest. If you fight him and beat him, will you feel like the light heavyweight champion?
Definitely. He beat everybody else in the division. Then he lost against John Jones, but then John Jones got pop out, got tested positive. So, you don't really know the importance of the win. It's as I say, is a shitty situation. So, but he's definitely the champion. He beat everybody in heavyweight. He beat everybody in light heavyweight. So he's the best fighter in the division right now, for sure.
It's also a very unique situation because it's very rare to fight a champion after he just got knocked out, and DC is known to have one of the strongest chins. He takes a very, very, very good punch from the likes of Rumble Johnson. Do you feel like this is the perfect time to fight him? Like he's now at his weakest because of what happened in that Jones fight? PEDs or no PEDs, he was still knocked out.
So it's not going to be the best situation for him because I got knockout power, that's for sure, and I hope his brain recover well because I'm going to bring the heat.
When do you think that this fight will happen? When do you suspect? Do you have any kind of idea?
I think early 2018, maybe February. I don't know, March. I don't even know. I didn't check any fight card yet. For last year. I'll look maybe more closely during the next day, so I can maybe give more information about it, maybe what I want to do. But right now I don't know. But definitely I saw him tweeting about next year. So let's give him some time to rest.
You're okay with that? You're okay with waiting a few extra months?
I was pretty busy and I didn't have time to enjoy myself. So that's also good for me. I got time to improve, and I'm going to bring a different Volkan into that fight.
Yeah. What do you mean by different Volkan? How could you, like, it's working so well?
It's working well, but I'm not going to change my game. I'm going to improve in every aspect, every situation. And also I'm building something bigger right now. I'm surrounding myself with a great team and great coach, and I'm trying to put on the next step right now. So definitely it takes time off my training, but at the same time I keep my eyes on training and my mind in there. I'm really focused on my training right now, but I'm doing stuff different right now. So it's definitely going to be a different Volkan.
This is in Florida?
Yes, right now I'm in Florida, but I've been traveling a lot, and I'm building a team with people from back home and from people also in Florida. So yeah, something is going to be, the future is going to be great.
I read an interview that you did recently with The Independent, and you talked to them about a couple of years back, you took a break from MMA and you were very, very close to retiring. And then you kind of said, okay, I'll give it one last shot. I'll go to Florida and see what happens there because it just wasn't working. You didn't have that fire back home. How close were you to actually walking away?
I did actually. I wasn't training anymore. I tried to fight. Actually, I fought 3 times without preparation. I wasn't training anymore, and I just took some fight in kickboxing and one fight in MMA. And I wasn't training. I got fat really a lot. I gained some weight, and somebody proposed me a fight, and I was okay. Let's do some quick money. And then I fought. Somebody told me, "I don't fight there. You're not ready. The guy is good and stuff like that." But I didn't care. I was like, or I make some money right now, or I just leave. And then I fought 3 times, 4 times in 2 months, and 1 MMA and 3 kickboxing. And then after I still stopped everything, and I concentrate on my life back in the day, until somebody that was training with me for a while just told me, "Hey man, you have something. You're really good. You should not give up right now." And that's something also that is true. When everything is fine in your life and everything is beautiful, it's easy to say, "I don't give up." I don't give up is something so easy to say when everything is beautiful in your life. But when everything is dark and times are difficult, that's where those words means different, like something different. That's when those words are really strong. It's like when it's really difficult, and then you're giving up, and then you're not giving up anymore, and you're going back at it, and that's when those words means a lot.
So you're actually going into fights with 0 training whatsoever? You're just taking fights and not going to the gym, not doing anything?
I did like that a lot. Yeah, I trained 3 times before my 3rd fight. Because also after some of my kickboxing fight, I got injured in my leg, so too much kick. And the next Saturday, I was fighting again. So I was just resting home and waiting for the next paycheck. But I don't need to train too much. Sometimes, it's all in the head, I guess. You got technique, you got a strong mind, and as long as you have a strong mind, you're capable of accomplish a lot of stuff.
So you think if you don't go to Florida, you're probably not fighting anymore? Like if you just would have stayed home and you weren't
yeah, or maybe something different would have happened. But definitely everything turned out really well for me, and this life is. I love my life right now. I love America right now. It gave me a second breath. I'm really happy with everything that's happening. I have a great team. I have a great fiance. I have a great family around me, and everything is great.
What do you think you'd be doing if you weren't a fighter right now?
I don't know. Fighting is all my life right now. So,
do you have any other interests?
I always wanted. Yeah, I love. First of all, I wanted to be to work with the. I love history, so I wanted to work, be an historian. How you say that?
Historian.
Historian. Yeah.
And historian, and then that's something that was really that's something that was really motivated me also before back in the day, and that was probably the road I would have took.
What kind of historian? Like what kind of history are you interested in?
I love medieval age and
oh wow,
and Renaissance.
Yeah,
but Renaissance.
Yeah.
I just love to read a lot and to learn about civilization and how people create civilization or they fall apart and stuff like that. Definitely.
So you like Les Schtroumpfs? Les Schtroumpfs?
the anime,
yeah, the Smurfs.
Yeah, I was reading that. I was reading that.
Yes,
like that a lot, like in the day. So
I like that. So when you're done fighting,
it's good. It's good, definitely.
You go on to become a history professor and teach the youth of your time.
Maybe do it like Rich Franklin, right?
Yes,
he was a math professor, I guess.
But you do it the opposite.
And
you do the fighting first. So he was the teacher first,
and then I'll ask.
Exactly.
Right.
I love
somebody
that.
I loved a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I love Rich Franklin.
And I hear that things are booming in Switzerland as far as the MMA world is concerned. There seems to be some excitement now because of you.
I met a friend yesterday that I haven't seen for 2 years, I think, and he was with one of his associates here in Miami. he told me like even like people are talking about me, like even kids and like people, like regular people, and that's really huge, because even people that are not interested in fighting or MMA, they talk about me or UFC like it's a big thing right now. So that's really
Yeah.
Impressive, I think. Yeah.
You've you know, made a name for yourself by knocking out guys like Serkinov and Manoa in less than a minute. Surely you don't think that you'll be able to do that to DC. It's going to take a little longer, right?
No. Why?
Less than a minute?
Yes, I think in the first 2 minutes. This is my goal anyway. So I'm gonna make all my training, you know. So I'll be able to knock him out really fast.
Wow. You have no time to waste, right? You got to get in, get out.
No time. No time for this. I don't want to get injured and stuff. So I'm just gonna knock him out really fast.
The perfect way to go. Any new watch sponsors? Anyone come to your doorstep now with opportunities?
We're talking with different company, but right now I'm trying to see who's the best fit and who's gonna be the best representation for me. So it's also a world that is really difficult to enter, because we have.
Yeah.
If I'm going with a watch company, I need a really nice
sure.
friend. So it's also all the houses, and those old houses are really maybe they have a client base, like maybe older people that are not into much fighting anymore. So that's also the thing. I also still want a big, you know, like a big, like a really luxurious brand.
Sure.
But so that's why it's all about, you know, now finding the perfect fit.
Yeah, I believe Floyd Mayweather was sponsored by a watch company, Hublot, I believe, for his fight against Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Hublot also, yeah. Hublot is, it's all about, you know, there is luxury and luxury, you know, so there is luxury into the luxurious world, so it's all about this.
Well, keep it up, Volkan. I look forward to this fight. It's a fresh matchup. We've never seen it before. Very cool to see you and DC interacting. Hopefully, for your sake, you get that fight sooner rather than later. And we'll see if you're able to back up your words and knock out the man in less than 2 minutes. What a scene that would be. What a year you've had. Wow. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, really impressive years. I'm really blessed. So, yeah. So if you also want to help me for this fight, guys, you can also follow me on social media. You know, my Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. That's for sure is going to help a lot. All
right. All the best, you, Volkan. Keep us posted.
Thank you so much.
All right, salut. There he is, Volkan Oezdemir, one of the rising stars in the light heavyweight division, one of the rising stars of 2017. Certainly a strong candidate for newcomer of the year as far as the UFC is concerned.